This is about robo forex and copy trading and having the ability to make money when you are sleeping. And it is truly a powerful notion when you see that actually manifest. So what we're going to do today, I want to start with our most important thing probably, which is being transparent and identifying risk that is associated with trading and with Forex. It's just so that we maintain a transparent relationship. Anytime you get the kind of returns that you have the potential to earn in this environment, you also have an inherent risk, and that risk can be high. You can, like point number 4 there is a high level of risk involved when trading leverage products such as Forex, CFDs, which are contracts for difference indices is another word for that. It is possible that you may lose the entire amount of your account balance. Past performance is not an indication of future results. Only trade with money you can afford to lose. You'll hear us say that more than once, but this is one I'd encourage. I'll take a second here and just pause. This is one you'll probably want to get a screenshot of, just simply because it is that important. It's really, really important to find out about. We use the phrase de-risk, or what that means is getting the money that you put in back as quickly as you can. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Robert Burns. A little about my family. My wife and my daughter are from Romania originally. Our daughter just had a baby, which is why we're here. We've been here actually for a couple of months and just enjoyed it like mad. My son is in Montana, in Bozeman, beautiful area. In fact, one of the meccas in the United States and North America, fly fishing, which is why I particularly like Montana. Beautiful area. Very similar to here, interestingly, where I am in Romania. It's very, very similar terrain. Also, I'm into electric bass guitar on my professional resume. The common theme in everything I liked, I've tried a lot of different kinds of businesses and networking, MLM, and I've tried nutrition. I've tried some other things and had some success, but I never really it just didn't resonate with me. And the thing that I like about Forex and crypto and real estate, these are all products that involve investment, computing, rate of return, figuring stuff out that it is demanding. If you're going to do it as a manual trader, you'll find out how you can enjoy this without having some of that mathematical demand today. But these are things that can really, really engage you and are very interesting and fun if you like that type of thing. Lastly, you have the ability to use internet marketing and team building to build this business. And this is something I've been doing. And I do some trading, and I have learned some trading, but I've got a long ways to go to be a really competent trader. And my results, probably the most important thing in any trading is consistency. And my consistency is, personally, it's needing improvement, and I'm aware of that. At least I'm consciously incompetent on that, but I'm working on getting the competence level up and consistency. And when we look at traders, you'll see why that's so important. And we're so excited. There's a trader that's coming into the mix that we've been steadily working with. He is a known quantity out in the trading arena, and to have him on board is just absolutely going to be extraordinary. More on that in just a minute. But internet marketing and team building, I've been doing those things really since my hair was a different color. Team building, this type of work since the late 80s, early 90s. Internet marketing, I was doing that before it was called internet marketing. In other words, using technology to get more reach with people that are interested in the type of thing that we're doing here. So look, that is what I come to the party with. Here's what we're going to do today. We're going to get into copy trading, the why this broker is strong, how you get withdrawals, one of my personal favorite topics, how this compounds daily, and what does that mean? What does compounding mean? We'll get into that. In other words, Albert Einstein hit it on the head. The eighth wonder of the world is compound interest, and you'll see why that is when we get to that section. Also, we'll get into the affiliate part. It's optional. You can enjoy the benefits of the trading and never talk to anybody. If you want to do that, no problem. We still love you. We still love you. And then lastly, we'll have some fun. There's a drawing. If you're a guest here, either you haven't seen this before or you have registered, but you haven't funded, put your name in chat. And with the word drawing after it, your name and drawing. Okay, that way we'll know who you are and what you're here for. Now, to get to copy trading in concept, what is copy trading? Copy trading, the essence of it is you get an account set up, you register your account, you have to KYC. What does that mean? That means that you have to verify your ID, you have to verify your address, put in some information that makes it very clear so that it's anti-money laundering and know your customer. It's not optional. You have to do that. Once you have done that, you're ready to roll. Then you fund your account and then get together with the person that brought you here and see who they're using, find out, what trader or traders they like. And then you can try that out as well. And what a lot of people will do is experiment with that, $100, $200, something like that, maybe $500, depends on what your account looks like as far as coming to the party. But the key thing is, and this is the central point, you don't have to do the trading. You don't have to crack the books. You don't have to watch the charts all day. You get it plugged in and it works. The trading that's being done is 5 days a week. It's done either by a human trader or by a robotic trading system. You can have one or the other or both. You can have 2 or 3 traders. The ideal scenario that many of us think is to have 3 or 4 traders, thereby you get some diversification of your trading, and that mitigates risk a great deal. So why RoboForex? RoboForex, when I first encountered RoboForex, I liked it immediately. In fact, I liked it so much I had bookmarked it. I said, okay, this is a broker I want to sign up with. And then I ran into this good-looking Irishman on his Facebook post, and he said, hey, I've got this copy trading, and it's, and he's a good marketer, and it caught my attention. I said, well, that sounds great. Who's the broker? RoboForex. I went, get out of here. Really? I wanted to sign up with them anyway, and you're giving me even more of an excuse. I didn't realize they did copy trading, which I like the idea. I want to learn how to trade, but I also like on a trip like this or when I'm fishing, I don't want to interrupt my life to be trading. I'll trade, and I want to trade on my terms where, and I aspire to do that as a manual trader, but it sure is nice to have trading happening and profit coming in when I'm enjoying my life. And I'm sure that resonates with everybody here, even if you are a great trader. And by the way, if you are, you could be one of the traders for RoboForex. This number though, right here caught my attention. This is something that you don't get by accident, 4.5 million clients in 169 countries. Lots of great reviews. I won't, you can read, I won't belabor the point, but it's a very, very powerful broker with very good systems, very good results, very good spreads, very good executions of trades, just a lot to like. This is regulated in the country of Belize. The regulatory body that regulates this is the FSC in the country of Belize, which is in the Caribbean. It's also a participant of an arbitration commission called the Financial Commission, which means that there are a group of brokers like RoboForex that got together and said, why don't we have a commission? That way, if any member broker has a dispute with a client, the commission can provide independent arbitration of that dispute. If the client wins, they get compensated up to 20,000 euros, which I thought was a pretty good sign about we're pretty confident, and we're willing to step up. If we lose, we're going to compensate you for any challenges you may have had where you prevail as the client. A good sign. These are the instruments, not surprisingly. RoboForex has Forex, also cryptocurrencies, stocks, indices. What's indices? Indices are called CFDs, contracts for difference. They're called indexes. Those are all the same thing. A good example, the 800-pound gorilla of these is the US 30. That is the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the top 30 companies in the United States. The UK has something similar, the UK 100. Germany has something similar called the DAX, D-A-X. That is the German 40. Those are ones, the DAX and the US 30 in particular are a couple that many of us are very fond of. Also, you have ETFs, exchange-traded funds, soft commodities, energies. You have metals, and I think I hit on stocks here. Yeah, there's stocks here if you want to do that as well. I mean, there's just a whole lot of, there's a really wide selection of instruments that you can trade. Metals would be gold and silver. Energies, things like oil, ethanol, natural gas, et cetera. Soft commodities, coffee, cocoa, sugar, et cetera. So you've got a wide range of things that you can trade if you're interested in getting, expanding your horizons into different instruments. Also, again, I won't belabor this point, but there's lots of good reviews. You can poke around on RoboForex's site and see that as well. Now, what I want to get into now is the information on the traders. And the information on the traders is really one of the most important parts. If you're not the trader yourself, or you never aspire to do trading, but you want to enjoy the benefit, meaning you're intrigued with the passive idea, that's something that you can do. And here's the criteria we use, and this is something that we're constantly trying to perfect and to work on, is what are the things that we would look for in a competent trader? In other words, and here's a central point. We use these traders ourselves. Robert Russell does, I do, other people, Tony Lack and others, that are leaders in the organization and clients in the organization use them. And we compare notes. What do we like? What do we not like? We have very candid conversation about that, which goes right to risk reduction. If Robert says, hey, this guy is not cutting the mustard here, I'm paying attention. I'm taking notes, because he's got some good input on that. He's a good trader himself. And so what I always try to do is listen to the people that are having good results, and maybe more importantly, the ones that are not getting good results, because I want to make sure to identify those for my personal enrollees, the recruits that I have brought into the business. So some of the things we look for is their stop loss tight? And do they take stops from time to time? Do they get stopped out? And I'm going to show you a graphic that brings that point home very, very well. Are there drawdowns though? What is a drawdown? What does that mean? And I try to, instead of using industry jargon, I'll try to make this so that if you haven't seen this type of thing before, it won't, and if you don't understand something, please type that question in chat. There are no dumb questions, because all of us didn't know what a drawdown was when we got into this business. And if you don't feel like you're, showing up for nuclear physics class, we'll try to make it simple. Drawdown is when a trade is entered and it goes almost immediately into a loss, a floating loss. And that means that there's a spread. There might be a 3 pip spread. That's an increment that is the cost between the bid and the ask, the buy and the sell price of the currency or the instrument that you're getting in. Almost always you have a little bit of drawdown. That's a floating loss. It becomes a realized loss when you close the trade. If you don't close a trade, you don't realize it. But keeping the drawdown low is a sign of a good, competent trader. Is their past performance good? Not always an indication of future results, because things can change, but it's an indicator. The win ratio in trades. This also can be very deceptive. Somebody says, I want somebody that has a 95% win ratio. The guy that earns 50 or has a 50% win ratio may make more money for you. That's an interesting idea. So this isn't always what it's cut out to be. In other words, you have to look at what size are the losses they take. So they may have, quite a few little losses and then big runners that are winners. And that's the guy that makes 50% of his trades positive, but may make a lot more profit in your account. Telegram channel group. Do they have the means of being able to communicate? Do you have the means of being able to communicate with them and find out if there's something you have a question about? Can you get the answer to it? What are the total number of trades they take? This one's a really good sign. How many investors do they have? There was a fellow when I came aboard, and I think was trading when Robert came aboard. He came to the party a few months before I did, and German fellow by the name of David. And he had, I think when I started, he had around 3,000 to 4,000 investors. By the time he got up to as high as 18,000 investors. So there was a reason. None of that happens accidentally. There was a reason that he was getting those types of results in terms of people following him. The fellow that we're talking to that we think is going to become active this coming week, we have a feeling he may surpass David, which is a pretty high bar, but we really think so based on his numbers and what we're seeing. Okay, get my mouse to behave here. Now, this is a system called MyFX Book. What's that? MyFX Book is like the most accepted reporting system in Forex. Most accepted by most of the people that, when they want to look at something and see the validity of the trading, and it tells you all kinds of things. It will tell you what the gain is, what the absolute gain is. So if you've made deposits, this may be lower than this because this was on the initial money. This is on all the money in. Here's a really important one. What is the daily return percentage? What is the monthly percentage? And then ding, 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 here's the drawdown. You want that number to be low. You want that number to be high. And there's a lot of other metrics in here. I won't get into, nuclear physics here, but this system will allow you to make an informed choice about a trader. So it's nice that the trader has one of these. If they don't have one of these, my question is, why not? because if they're transparent and they really want you to see what they're up to, they're going to have one of these, and that's something that you want to look for in the trader due diligence when you're looking at a trader. And what most people will do with a trader is start out with a small number. Some traders will take $100 or $200 to start out. Some take 500, some take 1,000, and obviously the higher that number, they better have good results to back up that number. But let's say 100 or 200, that's kind of a test account. If you get 3% in a day on a $100 account, that's $3. You can't even buy something at McDonald's, but it is a good percentage. Will it scale if you add more money and stay at that same percentage level? That's really the question. And, if you like it, then I know how it works. You're going to reach in the couch cushions and look for some more money and probably put some more money and invest more money. Here's an example of a robotic trading system. This one has a 26. I got to update this slide because this is a bit old. This same system is now at about 40%. There's a good monthly number. Drawdown on this particular system has gone up. From time to time, it does go up, and it does manage it well. So just to be forewarned, if somebody refers you to this particular system, it's a robot that lots of the people on the team use. But this individual put in $1,152 at the time of this screen capture. That account was worth $1,424. That means they got a 26% return. Lot to like. What's not to like? Try to get that at your bank. Most of the banks in the U.S. where I'm from, they have a return well under 1% for a year. Let that sink in. A year. In fact, with inflation being what it is, your money is going backwards. That's why people are attracted to this. Now, are they the same? No. Is there equivalency? No. There's more risk here. But if you're going to make money, you got to take risk. The trick is to mitigate the risk. That's what we hope to be able to divulge and help share with people what our results are. We're not financial advisors. You should seek out a financial professional if you want that level of help. But if people on the team are getting decent results, chances are good. If you like what they're doing, you'll probably get the same result. Now, this is an example of a great looking graph, right? You look at it and go, wow, that's up and to the right. Super. That's what I want to get. Is it? Is it really what you want to get? Because what I submit is you want shark bites. This is my term for these little burp, 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 like the fish came out. This is a maybe better term to shark nibble. Big bites are woo. You don't want that. Woo, and then back up, hopefully. This is exactly what you want to see. This is exactly what you don't want to see. This trader may look good, but they're not taking any losses. You want to see a trader that takes and has stop losses, and little, I call them shark bites, are taken out like this. If you see this is a really competent trader because look what they did. Right back up, a little bit of a loss, right back up, a little bit of a loss, right back up. But they're not big losses. This is them protecting and minimizing your risk to the downside because they should take stops. The very best world-class traders, badass traders, have losses. Everybody has losses that's really trading. If they don't have losses, run fast the other way. That's not a real trader. So this is something to look for in the graphs. And this is inside, by the way, inside Robo4X. You can get access to these very same charts when you're evaluating traders, and we'll help point you in that direction, how to find that and how to do your due diligence, in a much more effective way. That really is what I view as our job as, people that are affiliates in the system. Now, how do you get your money in and how do you get your money out? This depends on what country you're in. Some countries have Visa and MasterCard, and that's pretty much it. Some countries have Visa and MasterCard and crypto. Some don't have Visa and MasterCard, but they do have crypto. It just varies from country to country. So you'll need to get together with your sponsor and determine what this is. But here's the central point. You can get your money in and out quickly. My colleague, Robert Russell, did a terrific job here of displaying exactly how you can use crypto. And he happens to be in the country of Ireland, which I'm delighted to report I'm going to be visiting this coming week. Can't wait. We're going to meet for the first time in person. But here is Ireland as a country and what you're able to do. You can use USDT. That's a stable coin in crypto. The Tron Network TRC20, and he's done several withdrawals there. Here's bank transfer, so you see wire withdrawals. Here's Visa MasterCard, so you could use a company like Wise, which is a personal favorite of mine, or anyone that, as long as you can deposit money and then put it back on the card. Binance, by the way, will not let you do that, and you risk losing your Binance card. I'm sensitive to that because we went through a lot of gyrations to get one in Romania, and I didn't want to lose it. So I use Wise for this. That's one that's a particular favorite. And again, just more withdrawals. You get the idea. You can withdraw your money anytime you want, and generally it's very, very rapid. Now, what I'm about to show you, again, I want to just reiterate this disclaimer. Trading is risky. Never risk funds you cannot afford to lose. In other words, there are people that were trading with that fellow David that I mentioned because he was so good, he was winning most of the time, but he had a loss one day. And it's a long story that I don't really want to get into. And then people were so angry, they had mortgaged their house. They'd done a bunch of really imprudent things. And that's exactly what you don't want to do. In other words, you don't want to be investing the mortgage payment. You don't want to be investing the money destined for groceries or school or what have you. You just, it's very important that you put in money that is discretionary money to invest with. So with that said, what I want to do is get you a little take-home tool, which is very useful, that I'm going to explain to you here in just a second. And this tool is one that this will get you up to speed on figuring out a plan for yourself using compounding. In other words, what do you start with? Because there's an amount of money that you'll start with to test, and you should. Don't make it a big number. Make it a number that if you get it completely wrong, you might spend that much money on a nice dinner with your spouse. That kind of a number is a reference point. In other words, you don't get anything back from dinner other than, well, you understand the point. Just make it something when you're doing testing that you can test the water and see how it goes. This should be the same number here. And ultimately, though, there's the number that you come in with where you say, okay, testing is through. I'm confident about this process. I've got 3 traders I like. If one of them has a bad hair day, I'm going to continue to plow in money in with these 3 traders. They've gotten good growth and good results, and you've got diversification, maybe 3 or 4, something like that. That seems to be kind of the sweet spot that many people concur as a good plan. All right, let's get back over here. So this is a calculator that I just sent you in chat. Let me make sure I'm not lying to you. That was sent to everyone. Okay, so look in chat and make sure to click on the link that says Compounding Calculator, the calculatorsite.com, before you leave, because that way you'll have it on your browser and then you can go play with it later. You can bookmark it or favorite place it or whatever you do on your browser. So what I'm going to start with is not that $100 number. I'm going to start with one that would give a more meaningful result, meaning let's say that we're through the test period. We no longer are, it's not on trial anymore. We're trying to figure out a trading plan. In fact, what I want to show you is I want to start with $1,000, okay? And you saw a number on some of those charts or some of the MyFX books. I'm going to start with an interest rate of 0.8%. So that's 0.2% under 1%. Now, here's the key thing, daily. Let's look at what that looks like over a year. Now, do I want to include all days of the week? What do you think? Well, not if you're trading Forex, because Forex only trades 5 days of the week. So make sure you choose this setting correctly or your results here will be overstated. Let's say for now, we're going to reinvest 100%. This is key to compounding, as is this interest rate. So what do you think the number is going to be? Go ahead and type your number in chat, if you would, as your estimate of what the number will be after a year. What do you think? $10K, says Ian. I hope I'm not pronouncing your name incorrectly. $12K, says Robert Russell. I need the Jeopardy music. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, good. Good. I like it when I don't butcher someone's name. How about everybody else? Ian and Robert answered. What is your number? Christina, Yolanda, Isabella, Daniel, Helen. I know. I need to see the number in chat to see what the number is that you guys think it's going to be. I'm trying to create drama here, man. Okay, I'll kill the drama. Here we go. Boom. Calculate. Your $1,000 in 1 year is going to turn into $7,900. How about that? Pretty cool, right? Shows you what your earnings are by month right here. Shows you what your total earnings are, meaning you take this and this together and you get this one. You take this and this to get, you get the idea. This is the compounded number. And then here's your account over here. You started with 1,000. By the end of month 1, you were at 1182. By the end of month 2, you were at 1419. By the end of month 3, you were at 60. You start to see the muscle of this process and how it gets here. It's not a linear equation. It's a geometric equation. Very powerful. This is why old Albert Einstein said that it was the eighth wonder of the world, because it really is. And it's crazy how powerful it can be. Now, what I want to show you, what happens, wild and crazy notion, if we just took that 0.8% and turned it into 1%, just 0.2% daily. But keep in mind, it has to be that consistently each day. And this number has to be net the amount that you're paying the trader. You're paying the trader with many, not all, they vary from trader to trader, but a common number that traders will charge is 30% of the profit. So to get a net 1%, you would need to have a number 30% higher than that. So keep that in mind. In other words, and there are traders, one of which I'm going to show you in a minute, and their numbers that we think we're just so excited about this guy. It's going to be ridiculous. But let's say you were fortunate enough to find a trader that got not 0.8, but you got 1% per day. Remember what we had before? You just increased it with 0.2% by $5,000. $1,000 turns into $13,290 in 1 year. 1,229% return when you consider compounding. Try to get that at your bank. Good luck. It's just, this is what makes this attractive. Now, there's risk involved, as I said. I mean, full transparency. Can traders have a bad hair day? Yes, they're human. Can the market change? Yes. All of a sudden, we've got a situation where Vladimir Putin may have real conflict, and who knows what he's going to do when he's really on the ropes. I mean, it's crazy things can happen. But let's just say that you were fortunate enough to get 1.5% per day net. Okay, we've got a trader, and no guarantees. We'll see how he does when he's actually in the crucible, but we have a feeling we're going to be able to see that kind of a number generated. Now, right now, you saw 13,290. If we add another 0.5 point daily, what do you think that 13,290 is going to turn into? Watch this. Ready? Bada bing, bada boom. $47,000 from one. I mean, that sounds insane. That sounds ridiculous, right? Guys, this is math. This is just math. The key thing here is getting the consistency of achievement of that number, of the 1.5 points. Now, over a period of time, let's just crazy idea. Let's just say that you got to this number, okay? 47,009, right there. You got that number in a year and you said, okay, you know what? I want to start taking some money out of here. And maybe you do it along the way, by the way, because here's the crazy part. You put in $1,000 right here, right? If you got 1.5% net per day, somewhere between the end of month 2 and before the end of month 3, notice what your account balance is. You got 1,000. By the end of month 3, you've got $2,622. So before then, you'd have $2,000. What if you got to that point, you let it run at 100%? 100% reinvest, and you got to $2,000. The minute you get to $2,000, remove your $1,000. Just take it out, or $10,000, or whatever the number is that is comfortable for you. Take it out. You get it back. You're now playing with your profits. You're trading with your profit. You have removed 100% of the risk. That's a good idea, I think. In other words, you're in the market and you're trading, and if it continues going the same way, let's just say that you start over again now with $1,000 after 2.5 months. So let's say in the beginning of September, I'm going to change this date and go down here to September 1 and say, okay, let's trade from September 1 with $1,000, knowing that that is at this point profit. You've gotten the return of your initial investment, the return of your seed money. You have de-risked 100%. Boom. Your 1,000 now turns into 47 as usual by September of 24. Let's say somewhere in the middle of this, you get to, let's say, $12,000. I'm just going to pick April of 24. You get to $12,000 and you say, I want to start really taking some money out here. Okay, but I've got enough capital at that point where I can afford to reinvest 50% and take out 50%. Okay, so we're looking at, you're doing that, and I won't go to the date, but it computes the same no matter what date you go to. Just easier to do the computation this way. So you start with $12,000 in April of 24. By the end of a year, taking out 50%, it's worth $83,000 investment value. But you took out $71K in cash. Now there's a new column here. Here's your earnings. $1,900 of that $3,800 went into reinvestment to add to your balance. $1,900 went in your pocket, in your wallet. This column is the pocket column, the wallet column. This pocket is the reinvest column that adds to your principal. And you can see by the end of that period, you're taking out, $5,000, $6,000, $8,000, $8,000, $11,000, $12,000 a month. That's better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick. That's the power of this, guys. You get a capital number to a certain number. If you have consistency in the trading, this stuff will happen. It's just a matter of being diligent about the traders, being in the game long enough that you can see some of the muscle of compounding take place. You could change these outcomes dramatically too by doing this, saying, okay, I don't want to do 50%. I'm going to reinvest 70%. I'm going to take out 30%. Now keep in mind, these were the numbers here. 143 in total earnings, 83 was the value of your account, and 71 is what you took out. Remember those numbers. We're now changing from 50% reinvest to 70% reinvest. Watch what happens. Wow. You took out 72 still, but now your account value is worth 181K at the end of 12 months. You've got a total earnings of 241, and look at how much you're taking out per month over here. You start to really get the muscle of this, and then if you really want to see it go crazy, this will make you so you have trouble. You'll have insomnia. You play with this calculator. Let's say you do this over 2 years. What does that look like? That looks pretty darn good. $12,000 turned into an overall earnings. I mean, this is what just, people see this and it's like, that's crazy. That can't be. $3.9 million. Your investment value is $2.7 million. You've taken out $1.182 million. Okay. And I have seen this happen with people in the Forex trading space where they started with an account smaller than this, but they were diligent and they were disciplined, and it's math. I mean, if you're just, if you're getting a consistent result, consistency is the most important parameter in this whole equation. Consistency of the earnings and consistency of how you manifest this stuff, because you're doing this. You're saying, I'm going to take out 30%. I want to have money to spend. And notice what 30% represents as you get farther down this timeline. I mean, these are insane numbers, right? Is it possible? It is. Will everybody do it? Nope. Because they're just a variety of reasons. If everybody would do it and it was easy, everybody would. But, you've got to have the discipline to do it. But, you start to see a real no kidding retirement plan here, or a lifestyle impact where, boss, it's been nice knowing you, but got to go. This will help you manifest that outcome. So that's compounding. What I hope you have seen, and the things that I've shown you so far, is what copy trading is about. We've talked about the solidity of the broker. We've talked about withdrawals. We've talked about compounding. Now, every Monday at 8 p.m. UK time, Robert Russell and Tony Lack do a workshop, which is all about teaching you how to get plugged in. So if you have registered your account, you maybe haven't verified yet, or you've verified and you're about to fund, or you're funded and you want to get plugged in, it's all about the mechanics. It's not intended for guests. The other thing that is a real bonus If you aspire to be a manual trader, you don't have to be, by the way, just want to put that out there. But if you aspire to learn how to trade, Robert Russell is teaching a class during this whole workshop about a particular trading style that he's using. And I'll just tell you, I've looked at trading for a long while. I am knocked out by what he's doing. I mean, it's really, really compelling. And here's the criteria to participate in that. You need to be on our team and you need to have a funded account. That's it. And he'll show you what he's doing. He'll disclose his trading evaluation, his trading methodology. And as I said, it's compelling. You'll see that when you see that class. On Wednesdays, we have a presentation just like this one led by Robert Russell. That is at 8 p.m. UK time. On Saturdays, we do this one at 9 a.m. each Saturday. This one follows with a Q&A and enrollment. So if you have questions about how to get plugged in, what to do, that's what we go through. Also, if you like what you've seen so far, what I would encourage you to do is get together with the person that introduced you to this, the person that referred you here, better known as your sponsor, and get their link. Get their link so we can help you sign up on part 2 of this overview today. Also, take a picture of this slide. timefreedomteam.xyz is a really great place to start because it's got all the instructions for you to get started. The only thing missing is your sponsor's link. But all the other information, you can get information, you can send prospects there, you can plug into our groups, you get all the instructions about how to get plugged into our process and our system. The only thing you need is the link of the person that introduced you. So you can't find anybody to sign up with here. You have to come to this site and then get that link. Then with that link, you can go through the instruction process. And now what I want to do is get into the affiliate part of the plan. This is completely optional, of course. You don't have to be an affiliate. You can be if you choose to be. I'll show you that it's simple, that it works. You can withdraw and you can compound like crazy because you can add affiliate profits into your trading accounts if you wish. You can go buy gasoline. You can go buy groceries if you wish to. It's your money. You can do with it what you wish. No payout limits, daily payments, no deal restrictions, no bonus restrictions, 24/7 support, which, by the way, is quite good. And the analytics in this process are really world-class. Now, there are 4 ways to earn, and there are really 5 that I'll get into. But daily returns, this is you earning money from the trader that you have trading on your behalf, either a human or robotic trader, super passive. You can just enjoy the profits. Then, if you choose to engage in the affiliate part, you can enjoy the benefit of referring other clients to some of the traders that you like, and then you get a piece of the direct profits that come in from that trading, meaning the trader splits some of their proceeds with you. Additionally, you get paid up 35%, and you get paid on 5 tiers of your organization and receive commissions from trade fees 5 levels deep, 5 tiers. So this is something that is very powerful. And then you get a monthly bonus, which actually, hey, today is the monthly bonus day. And I'm just gonna chime in here for a second. I want to show you something. I'll wait until we get to that slide. But here's the mechanics of the trader. So here you've put in $5,000. Your $5,000 earn 23% in a month. And I'm just pulling this out of the air. It may be more, it may be less. I'm not guaranteeing you're going to earn 23%. I just want to show you an example. So you have a gross income of $1,150 on the trading. You chose a trader that charges 30%. So you take $1,150 times 0.7, that is $805, and you go into next month with $5,805. There's compounding manifesting in real life right there. Started with 5,000. Next month you start with $5,805. Okay. Now you have friends that say, "Hey, how'd you get involved?" "Well, I tested a little bit and then I put 5K in." Cool. I'm going to do the same thing. So 5 of your friends get in, they put in $25,000. They also got that 23% that month. That means you're getting a gross profit of $5,750 from that trading. Trader said, "Hey, I'm going to charge 30%, but if you bring clients to me, I'll split that with you 50-50. You get $862 by bringing your 5 pals in that are doing the same thing you're doing." Not bad, and this is your money. You can put that into trading. You can put that in your pocket. You can, make a car payment, pay the rent, whatever you want to do. It's your money. Now, this is the part that is the 5 tiers. These are the percentages that you get. So on your directs that you enroll, your personals, you get 35%. On their people, 20%. On their people, 15%, and so on and so forth, down to 10%. I don't know why that jumped away there. Oops, sorry. And here is what somebody that is building the business enjoyed today as the first of the month. If you earned on this plan right here, if you earned between $100 and $500, you got a 10% bonus today on whatever the number was. So if you were in $400 of profit from the 5-tier plan, you got $40. If you're like Robert Russell, you're somewhere in between 500 and 30,000, you got 15% on whatever the earnings were. And I know in his case, I just want to have him share here in a second. I know that he has earned over $1,000 in one day. I'm envious. I won't lie. I want to catch that guy. But, this is better than a poke in the eye. Can you get to these kinds of numbers? Yeah, just simply, share with people and do some posts. I mean, I found this by a post from Robert Russell on his Facebook. That's how I found this. I came across it and we got into the discussion. I said, get out of here. That's a broker I already wanted anyway. It wasn't a huge arm twist to get me in. Now, if you're in 30,000 or more, you get a 20% bonus, and your payout starts at $6,000 and goes up from there monthly. This is just a bonus. How about that, Robert? Would you mind sharing your example? That's several weeks old at this point, but it's, I think, a great example of what's possible just with that 5-tier part of the plan.
Hey, Robert. Yeah. So I think it's about 3-4 weeks ago, as what it says, when we get this new trader back in, myself, yourself, and whoever refers people, those daily returns will get bigger. On one day, I was earning, I think it was $1,100-$1,200 on one day on the 5-tier program.
Mm-hmm.
And my biggest month, I think I earned 5,000 from that 5-tier program.
Wow. Yeah, and if this trader goes to plan, we both think that those numbers, whatever our peak number is, will surpass that by a lot, because it's when you see the results that we think you're going to see, it's going to be compelling, and the word gets out like wildfire. When we've got a trader that really is crushing it, and we've got a trader that's really crushing it. We just got to get everything buttoned up, but we're pretty excited about it. I won't lie.
Yeah, can't wait.
Thank you for that, Robert.
No problem.
So the key thing is with the affiliate plan is it's simple. It works. You go to a good movie. What do? You tell your friends about it, and people say, well, I don't know if I can do this affiliate stuff, but they start earning money. You can't keep them quiet. They go out and they reach out to their friends. They show them you're doing the affiliate stuff. You can add that money to your trading. You can withdraw it, do anything you want. It's your money. Now we're going to get into a fun segment of the whole thing today, and then we'll bring this in for a landing. We have a drawing for $100. If you're a guest, meaning you have not been here before, or you have registered an account, but you have not funded it, unfunded clients can enter the drawing. You must agree to allow us to publish your name and picture. That's a condition. So if you got something that you don't want people to know that you're involved in Forex or some privacy issue, we understand that, but then you can't participate. You must agree to allow us to publish your name and your picture. That is a stipulation. And the money will be delivered once your account is verified. So you have to go through the verification process, and then Robert will reach out and help you get that $100. So with that, take a screenshot of this one too, because this is a really important thing to get the link of the person that referred you. And also I'm going to show you how this site works when we get into part 2. But before we do that, I feel like the guy retiring, who's Robert Russell doesn't quite look like Vanna White, but what's his name? Sajak is going to be retiring here pretty quick. We have fun. That's an important thing. So this is what we call the Robo-Forex Wheel of Fortune. Yes. Come on down. Here are our last participants. So we have a fresh slate today. Let me see who those are. Get that over there. I'll tell you, I've become more proficient at organizing and managing a little screen when I'm traveling here than what I was used to at home. I'm spoiled when I'm back in Seattle. I've got 3 28-inch screens. I've got one 13-inch on this trip. Okay, Christina, you definitely qualify then. Who else do we have, Robert?
Ian, I-N.
Christina and Ian.
Yeah, and we have Yolanda.
Yolanda is a guest. I
Yeah.
like how she made that clear. Fuerte bine, Yolanda. And oh, now wait a minute. Is Yolanda and the Romanian spelling of Yolanda, is that the same person?
I think it is. So we have Daniel as well.
Okay, you can't have two entries. Nice try.
Same person.
Yeah. Okay. And Helen is, who else do we have?
I think
Right now, the guests have a 25% chance of winning. I think these odds, Steve Wynn should have these odds at his casino in Las Vegas. Who else do we have?
I think that's it. Mitch, are you new or are you in RoboForex? Is that
Daniel?
Yeah, Mitch is completely new. Yeah, I spoke to him yesterday. Yeah.
So he qualifies to be in the drawing then, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. What about Daniel and Christina? Christina, we already have. Never mind.
Daniel is a guest too. Yeah.
Okay. So we should enter Daniel then, correct?
Mm-hmm.
We should enter Daniel?
Yeah. Guest too. Yeah, Daniel.
Okay. Anybody else? I don't see more names than that. I think we got everybody pretty much.
Yeah. It's just me, you, and Leo.
I want to be a guest too, man. Come on. All right, here we go. Let me get my expansion tool is misbehaving. All right.
Good luck.
We get ready for the Wheel of Fortune, RoboForex. Wheel of Fortune ready. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble. Boom. All right. Daniel. I feel like that soccer announcer. Go. Way to go, Daniel. Nicely done. All right. So there we go. That is how easy it is to win $100. Just show up. The other thing to do, guys, now let me plug the affiliate part. Could you give $100 away to somebody? Could you reach out to some guests and say, you've got a really good shot of winning $100 if you just show up. Show up and stick around until they do the drawing. This is a perfect tool if you're an affiliate to get guests here, because it's true. You really could. You have very good odds of winning $100. It will go down over time as our organization grows. The word gets out that these guys really do this. It's very generous of Robert Russell, and I'm appreciative. I do my best to get guests out. Sometimes I'm successful, sometimes less so, but I don't give up. I keep plugging away. Here's the mantra for being successful in the business. Pay attention, get excited, and never quit. That's it. If you can do that and you show up, you're going to make money. It's a matter of when. You may start with terrific skills. You may start with no skills, but if you plug in and you simply get butts in the seats on this event, that's it. You can win. You can do very well. And we're trying to seed that process and inject some excitement in getting guests here because, as an affiliate, that's the most important thing. How many butts in the seats do you have on your team? How many directs do you have will translate into how much assets under management that directly goes to how much you're going to earn as an affiliate through the 5 tiers and through the trader split part. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the stream, and then we can get into a Q&A and get into part 2 for anybody that would like to